classified supplies. Here in Nicholson, instructional assistant, one-on-one classified Trinity Valley. We have Floyd Billings the third. He's transferring from an intervention coordinator to the life skills coordinator classified as we have junior high, junior high. We have Leonard Bailey. Now we're into retirement and resignations. We have Leonard Bailey, retirement, specialist third, classified Trinity Valley. We have resignation Pamela Jones for her custodian and food substance one position, Trinity Valley, classified. And then on coaches and advisors, we have Cameron Boyce, basketball, 7th grade, Hoopa L. And he is pending for his background check. And then we have Jed Morris is reclassification from a volunteer, from a coach to a volunteer for the 7th grade or the junior varsity at Trinity Valley. And for coaches and advisors, we have Karen Alameda, volunteer cheer advisor, walk-on to Baha'i, Christina Robbins, coach 6th, 7th, 8th grade co-ed basketball, walk-on Jack Norton. Tashina Morris, coach, Davey Boyd, classified sub, Trinity Valley. Marty Mayfair, volunteer, 7th grade boys basketball, walk-on to Baha'i. We've got them all. And it was a motion to approve the personnel action list dated 1/13/26 with edits by Trustee McLaughlin, second by Trustee Bray with UNET. Yeah, please approve. And for 5B and 5P, nothing to report.
Thank you, Dana. That brings us to the consent agenda items. We have the Williams Sports Quarter Report, approval of board meeting minutes for December 15th, 2025. I'd like to have that with edits, please. And approval of the Orleans Elementary, Jack Norton Elementary, Trinity Valley Elementary, and Hoopa Junior Senior High School 7th and 8th grade boys basketball schedules. Do I have any public comment on these items? Do I hear a motion?
Emma.
Who was that?
Josie. I'll second.
I have a motion made by Trustee Colgrove, seconded by Trustee Jackson to approve the consent agenda. All in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none, the consent agenda is approved. Brings us down to action item. The first action item I pulled, second one is approval of the Wichpeck-Yurok Magnet Elementary School Site Plan. That should be on page 21, if anyone wants to see that. Do we, Karen Cole, she's not here. Okay, I heard she was coming, so.
He was, but she got hold up with what's happening at her school, but she said,
It has this been by Army to look at
it was adjusted. Yeah,
Okay.
the money was adjusted.
Did it go through the,
Yes.
um,
Do I hear a second? I'm sorry, can I? I have a motion made by Trustee Colgrove, seconded by Trustee McLaughlin to approve the Wichpeck-Yurok Magnet Elementary School Site Plan. All in favor? None. Opposed? Hearing none. The site plan is approved. That brings us to approval of the KTPA/BTA certificated contract for 2019 through 2022. Do I hear a motion?
Is this, we just see the.
This is the contract that we had before we discussed, and we've been waiting for the signature page to be approved.
I'll move this for two.
Second.
I'll second it.
I already have something right to say. Give it this reading. I have a motion made by Trustee Jackson, seconded by Trustee Kelly to approve the KTTA/CTA certificated contract for 2019 through 2022. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Motion is approved. And we pulled the, go ahead.
So did I miss something because we didn't approve the high school choir field trip?
I pulled that at the beginning of the agenda.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah, and I also moved the approval of the draft impact aid report down to information, correspondence and discussion.
Okay.
Because we just got the cleaned up one right here tonight, so.
Okay.
The one in our packet was a draft and we don't normally approve the drafts, so, but we would look at it for information. That brings us to our information discussion correspondence, part of the agenda. We have the Hoopa High fundraiser schedule and upcoming fundraising to be determined pending ASB approval. The first reading request to change policy 0450. First reading to follow up, update the following policies by law, exhibits or regulation, by law 9321 closed session, exhibit 9321E1 closed session, exhibit 9321E2 closed session, bylaw 9310 board policies, policy 1114 district sponsored social media, regulation 1114 district sponsored social media. Presenter Jacqueline McCullough, superintendent. Now have you gone through all these yet? Or, because this is just for information,
This is just
first reading, and they'll all come back.
Yes. And there's more, policies that we're not updated on, and so this was just a few that we decided to bring before the board, but there's gonna be more coming. But we need to get a start on this because we're a little behind on updating policies, maybe like 10 or so.
Well, we get them every year, so
Right,
like it's
right.
ongoing.
Yes.
Constantly. And then we have the Indian policies and procedures comments, and that would probably fall under the Tavuchi Kogo's Indian Education Director report. Then we have reports. So we have a whole list of reports. Are there any questions on any of these reports? They start at page 117. Yeah. You're supposed to put out. Or have if you've got something to report. So this is one that you.
We have a superintendent?
I know. I will go at the next meeting.
I had one question on, for the Missy, for your report. You have blinds for the high school B wing will be installed week of October 13th. Did that already got done?
Yes.
And then, I see you have 5 carpets need to be replaced at Hoopa L. And then we were talking about the serving breakfast, we were having those discussions, and so is there gonna be like does it have to be carpet? Can it be vinyl? Or I was just wondering what you thought about that.
Carpets are in the classroom, these have been damaged. And it's all in the SITS reports of all the damages, so there's a bigger list than that, but these carpets need to go. I don't care if vinyl goes in, what goes in, but they have to be replaced.
So we could decide to do vinyl in there and that would be okay with you.
All classrooms have the carpets and they need to go.
Okay, good, thank you.
One thing about that, is that okay, about the carpet, there's some vinyl?
I'm sure, go ahead.
sorry.
Could you state your name,
I'm
please?
sorry, here's my special ed director, previous classroom teacher, I know the carpet absorbs a lot of the sound and the vinyl doesn't, and when you've got, a bunch of kiddos in class, it's just something for you guys to consider, carpets versus vinyl, carpet's nice, because it absorbs the sound.
Does it keep it warmer? Yes. Carpets are warmer.
In the winter, probably warmer in the summer too.
Yes. For cleanup, we would love them kind of fine floors, better, but the schools have carpets.
Okay, thank you. Do I have, let me see. I was- So we're not in. Did I? Go ahead, Trustee Gray. I can't see.
That's what I know. Is there on Gucci on your report, is there any way that we can get like exactly what's happening with Indiana? I mean, what programs have you done? I know you've done stuff at the different sites. I'd like to see that when you do your work, this, some of the, you know, kudos of what Indiana is actually doing in our schools.
I can tell you that last week they delivered a whole bunch of stuff up here to Trinity Valley and started getting a bunch of people going up here and up here. I've seen her actions of delivering a whole bunch of items and start helping.
Well, that's what, I'd love to hear some of that stuff.
And she was.
And I'm wondering about what's that this.
I have a question also to which I think is a good thing. I see that you have academic coaches provide direct support in literacy, math, and goal setting for student success. And is that looking at every site?
We don't have them on every site, no.
Because to my knowledge, we've only ever had reading here,
Yeah,
reading, help.
yeah.
So that's why I was wondering, well,
Yeah.
which sites
I don't-
do get the other help that?
I don't know why so that was in place when I, became the director, it was already in place, and so I don't know why they only service certain sites. I'm not sure.
Well, when I was going to all those meetings, they only offered reading at all the sites. So I guess it's progressed then, and that's why I was surprised to see this. So I'm hoping it was at all sites.
Their focus is reading, but they do offer, math support if it's needed. But,
And what does that look like?
so I only know that, my tutor in Coupa is, there's only one person there that's doing the math portion, and it's for an older student and struggling with, new fifth grade math. And, I mean, other than that, I only have two people at Coupa, one up here, and I have a very small position at Orleans, that's it.
Okay, so it really is mostly just reading then, and you
Yes.
just happen to have that one student is getting some extra math help.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense.
And which Peck and Jack Norton are not
No,
served.
there used to be, there used to be one person at Jack Norton. Who, I believe they shared one person at the same time. And I don't know why that went there, but I don't know, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I know there used to be though, person that, I'm not sure if they shared them. At both places or if there were two separate people.
No, they have a,
Okay,
I know.
two separate people.
yeah, I know it's hard to keep those positions because they're doing something else too, usually.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think those were my questions. Anybody else have any questions regarding these reports? Do I have any public comment on these reports? So that will bring us then to Board of Trustee reports.
No, you've got, you skipped the CT.
Oh, the impact, well, that's just a draft. I thought we would ask him to look at it for us. Well, no, because I was, but this is the completed one, right?
It's completed, but there are just a couple of pages in there that still saved draft, and I'm just waiting for, our
Information.
superintendent's message to place in there. And so I guess The process.
We'll have it at the next meeting. I promise. Sorry.
The process, I guess the process, from my knowledge, is that I need your guys' approval to do a, final print.
So we have an opportunity to look at it, it'll be on the next agenda, and then we will see her message from the superintendent for the next meeting.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah, whatever's not in here, then
I will
we
put it
make
in
sure
there.
to see those
Well,
changes.
and then
So we don't have to look at the whole thing again. And this has been to our, to Annalise at the tribe. Can we make
Oh, yeah, she got the draft.
the draft? Yeah, how about this copy? Can you make sure she gets this copy too?
Yeah, I know.
And, yeah, so I think that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to our board trustee reports. Trustee, Brave, to area one, did you have a report? I do not have And Lori Hodge, me, president, trustee area two. I also have nothing to report this, this month. Thank you. Martha McLaughlin, trustee area three.
Well, I not have anything to report, other than the event incident at Orleans that happened, that's all being covered, the students are being covered, everybody can rest assured that things are going smoothly, of course, Karen, we can also.
Can I add to that, Martha? Just that, can I add to yours? Okay, so, school was canceled Monday and Tuesday at Orleans. They are, going to give out packets tomorrow to the students. And then they're hoping to resume, not in their classrooms, but in other spaces like their gym and other spaces, Thursday and Friday. So that's the plan right now. Karen's really good about getting the messaging out to her, families and community, so she got some message out today about tomorrow, and the hope that they'll be in school on Thursday and Friday. We already have the insurance adjuster came today, the cleanup crew came today. They're waiting on me to sign a contract. I just found that out about an hour ago. I will sign it tonight and get over to them so they can start tomorrow. And we're moving pretty fast on this. I'm excited about that. So seems like it's moving in a good direction, and it's an unfortunate situation, but I'm gonna get it fixed up for the kids and make sure they're back in school right away. The teachers did not want to miss a beat. I was like, they really could take like up to a week of emergency days, and they are trucking along. They want to keep teaching, so.
Thank you, thank you. And Kadushka Colbrook, trustee area four.
I just appreciate everybody who participating, but I don't have anything to report this.
Frank Richards, trustee area five.
Yeah, last year I was working with Blue Lake Rancheria, and they were, paying a student to come to work with me. I look forward to having that happen again, and with Angel Irwin. We don't get paid for it, but they get paid to come in and work with us. So I'm looking forward to having that happen again.
Perfect. Leslie Jackson, trustee area six.
I don't have anything to report, but I thank everybody for coming. We're working on our timeliness of our closed session. And,
Good job.
It was right back. You're amazing.
Is that it?
yeah.
Patty Kelly, trustee area seven.
Yes, I'd like to report that the Yurok Magnet School, which Peck Yurok Magnet School and Jack Norton School are thriving. Students, families, staff are really happy with the way that the schools are going. They've had community events and cultural visitors often. I spent all day Sunday visiting with some of the staff at Jack Norton, and I'm just pumped up. Really happy to be representing those schools.
Thank you. Union reports, Klamath Trinity's, Klamath Trinity Teachers Association provided a report. Did you have further comments, Mr. Anderson?
No, I'd just like to reaffirm the message, because we were going into winter break. Also, so you're with a sense of gratitude for the common goal that we've seen that board members have expressed, supporting the kids and supporting the sites and the staff. And we're looking forward to keeping on with the rest of the year now. Thank you. Oh, and an addendum, there was some motion today on one of the issues I addressed in the way this is action on. So that just started to happen. So it looks like the new year is moving in.
Thank you. California School Employees Association, Chapter 3.7. Did we have anyone here to speak on that? Okay. That brings us to our public comment. I have Ally Hostler.
Just a non-agenda.
I believe these are non-agenda items, but I just got them, so
They're non-agenda items.
thank you.
So, and I apologize that we're not on the agenda. I don't think we had anything, there were some agenda requests. However, I'm not trying to push an agenda item. I just wanted to provide an update. The last time I saw you, I talked about the nutritious school lunch initiative and our farm to school projects. My name's Ally Hostler. I'm the district coordinator for the Klamath Trinity Resource Conservation District. We have been doing workshops within the classrooms and the school for a couple of years. They've been super successful. We were the recipients of a California Department of Food and Agriculture grant a couple years ago to establish and build a food hub that the school could procure food from. To provide local food to our schools. The school is also the recipient of a CDFA Farm to School Award, and we're working in partnership. We have been moving full force ahead. However, we are experiencing some barriers when it comes to actual procurement. So we've noticed that school staff is overwhelmed. Especially the nutrition program, and we want to provide support. And I'm here to say, I'm here to support. We have been operating a food hub for a little over a year and a half for other programs. But we're ready to buy food for the school and integrate that food into the cafeterias. We need the school to jump on board and let us help. So it does seem like it's burdensome, but we're here to help, not to add additional burdens to the school or the staff. So I and two of our nutritious school lunch initiative members I picked up a volunteer packet yesterday. I'll start volunteering in the cafeteria on the ground so I can get a better idea of what the staff is facing and find ways where we can be supportive. I feel like we're coming to you saying what we need. But we need a better understanding of what the staff needs on the ground. So I'm just providing a quick update since we're not on the agenda. I also would like to ask the school to consider establishing the wellness planning committee. The wellness plan was approved May 14th, 2024. It will expire in 2027. That planning process, redrafting that plan, instead of copying and pasting it into a new plan and rubber stamping it, we want to help the school develop that plan in a meaningful way with meaningful participation from the community. So we'd love it if we can reestablish that wellness plan committee. And once that plan is approved, there is a current plan, but we would love to start implementing elements of that plan instead of just approving it and not using it. We'd like to put that plan to use. So that's all. Thank you.
Ally, can I ask for some clarification on the presentation? Am I clearly understanding you when you said that your program is ready to purchase supplies for our cafeteria?
Food
Supplies.
Food, just food. So, yeah, so we have the food, we have the relationships with the farmers, and we have access to the food. The school actually has the dollars in their award to purchase the food. So, right now, what we need is just a better line of communication with the school, so we know what they want to purchase and quantities, of the items that they want to purchase.
So for clarification, you're facilitating the your program is willing to facilitate the application of our program. Is that what I'm understanding?
No, we have. We have the food. We have the food from the farmers that the school, and the school has the money through their grant to purchase that food.
Okay.
So, we have, a part of our program is to provide the in-classroom workshops. And then to provide, to develop a food hub that can provide food for the school. So the school's grant is actually, has the procurement piece where they have the funding to purchase the food. I'm saying we have the food available through our farmers that we can
You can
sell.
find it for it.
Yes.
So when you, that was my question, is you said there's a problem with procurement. So the problem is getting the district to actually purchase the food that you have that's available.
From local farmers,
From
yeah.
local farmers.
Using food procurement dollars that are earmarked in the CDFA Farm to School grant that the district
That we
currently
have.
has, yes.
Do
So it's
you-
not additional funding from your current nutritional, it's supplementary.
So do you know where, where the problem is? Where are we not, are we purchasing our food somewhere else? Are we not, we don't, where's the disconnect? Do you know the disconnect is?
I believe that the disconnect is in overwhelm and needing additional administrative support. So I don't, we need to have more communication, with cafeteria managers, with, campus cooks, cafeteria cooks. That's kind of why I'm wanting to just volunteer in the kitchen, so I have a better understanding of what they're facing. Instead of like feeling like I'm piling more work on someone, I want to understand how we can be helpful instead of being a burden.
Well, yeah, I mean, and understanding what our procurement process is or something, because obviously we're buying food.
Yeah,
But it sounds like, but if we're not buying it from the right place and getting the food, the good food that
the
is
local
providing
foods,
local
right?
food.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that's where, so is there, can we have you a meeting with them so that we can figure out?
there's more of us who I would like everybody who was here to talk on the same subject before we come up with the plan. I'm happy to answer Martha's question, but yeah, I would say.
Go ahead, Martha.
I know, but actually, I think I was trying to simplify what the problem looks like, because I do recall. In Orleans, we were really wanting to use the farmer special. So we had decided that we were gonna get all our lettuce from a farm, but the farm was up on Ishikoshi Road. So our cook would have to drive up to the farm, get the lettuce, come back to the school, and then, do all that. But your program does that for us, so.
Yeah.
So they would be the ones who go get the food. It wouldn't take time out of our employees.
We have a single invoicing system,
Right.
where it's one vendor that the school would purchase from. So we have currently 28 farmers that we're purchasing food from. And we're providing to the tribes programs. But if we would provide the same food to the school using our same vendors, but the school wouldn't have to deal with 28 different farmers as transportation issues or invoicing issues or storage issues. That's something that the food hub does to make it accessible to larger institutions such as the school. So yes, we eliminate that barrier of transportation, cold storage, invoicing, to make local food accessible.
Okay, any other questions of Ally? Okay, so Becky Woodman.
Thank you, Ally.
Thank you. Are you on the same program?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm also the retired food service manager for the district. So I understand the struggle and the challenges that our food service director faces. Although this group is a great group of folks and they're here and willing to help. I'm willing to help as well. I have sort of a little plan in mind for myself. If that person needs my help, I know that she's always having to go sub somewhere, and that's a big issue. And I'm right now available for Orleans, but if that person would like to say, I'm gonna take an admin day to work on procurement for the food hub, I'll go where she needed to be that day as a sub. I'm willing to do that. So I just want to offer that up. But when I was the manager, I had like, I felt like the Lone Ranger trying to do this great, wonderful thing of farm to school and our wellness policy, which was, is mandated by state and federal government. So Lamone walked into my office one day and a few years back and it was answers to my prayers. I'm just like, here are these people that want to help. So I really strongly suggest that we encourage the food service manager to accept this help that's being offered. It's for the benefit of our kids and the health of our communities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you know I can do this.
Haley Hutt,
Fill that Lemony vote.
oh, Lamani Hutt,
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Lemony Hutt, and I'm here speaking on behalf of the Nutritious School Lunch Initiative. Because the district remains far from meeting the commitments tied to the 200,000 Farm to School grant, with the deadline quickly approaching next January. While we do recognize the purchase of produce from the Orleans farm as a positive first step, without coordinated planning to work with multiple local farmers, as Ali said, it's not realistic to meet the grant requirement to spend $95,000 on local produce within the next year. The resources to achieve this goal already exist. Systems like the Harvest Hub were specifically designed to support large-scale local purchasing, yet they remain unused despite our repeated offers to assist with implementation. We have also been urging the cafeteria manager to apply for the Chef and Foundation's Healthy School Food Pathway Program. Through this program, staff receive training in scratch cooking, kitchen workflows are streamlined, reporting is simplified, and menus are developed with standardized recipes and clear measurements so that we can start incorporating this new produce that we're buying efficiently. These resources exist to make this work more manageable, not harder. It's something that we absolutely want to emphasize. This gives us a chance to build a sustainable system that makes healthy, locally sourced meals a standard across our schools, well beyond this grant period. We understand that staffing challenges and limited administrative capacity have been cited reasons not to move forward with these initiatives. Working with Becky, we've heard all too much about these problems, and I'm very sympathetic to them. But while these challenges are real, they also existed when Becky successfully ran the Chef and Foundation program and utilized the Harvest Hub. So we know that with the right support and the systems in place, these challenges can be managed as we have demonstrated in the past. At the same time, staffing does remain an ongoing issue, and I'm encouraging the board to, address this issue rather than allow it to prevent programs that are meant to support students' well-being. We've also heard equipment delays have been cited, but these also indicate that the district does not have a long-term plan for cafeteria equipment and facilities. So without a plan, we're seeing replacements are reactive, orders take months, and staff must work in inadequate conditions. This is something that I've heard from Tasha herself. The Chef and program can prevent these issues by identifying equipment needs early. They have plenty of opportunities to find funding and to help apply for grants if that's an issue. We're also available to help apply for grants. And then also to help them, plan upgrades in advance so they're not having to work with broken equipment. So in short, it provides a structure the district has been, for one reason or another, unable to deliver and ensure that the cafeterias can run efficiently and also safely. The final concern, which is kind of what Ali brought up already, but is the local school wellness plan. We still have a year and a half to go, but the triannual assessment, which is required by California state law, is coming up. Also, as well as the new LSWP plan. So we would just love to be a part of that. Because right now, policy is not publicly posted on the district website, or if it is, it's very difficult to find, which is a requirement by state law to have that publicly posted and available to the community. Also, if any updates are being made, or also how the meeting with that plan should also be posted to the community, which is currently not. I just want to end on this. Our district, in all honesty, is not doing great. If you look at our Hoopa Elementary school test scores, 8% of students are meeting math standards. Only 5% are meeting ELA standards. Trinity Valley isn't far ahead of Hoopa Elementary. Last time we were here, we had doctors from Command Medical Center explain the chronic rate of obesity in youth, you know, as young as 8, 9 years old. These are serious critical problems, and we're trying to address a small part of that. You know, just ensuring that when kids come to school, they have a warm, nutritious meal. And I'm also here to ask of like, what is the board doing about this problem? You know, we have shown proven results. We have brought in a $200,000 grant, 95,000 just going to buy local produce. We brought in a national partner to come into our school to provide staff training, to provide Becky with the support that she long had not had. And, you know, we're here to help you. We're here to support you, and we just want to be let in like we were let in before. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Haley Hutt?
I just wanna, I'm coming to fill in some of the gaps. One of our, really important requests that you could possibly do administratively is that our Tatiana, who works, 20 hours a week, for our program, doesn't have a place to park her hat, get on a computer, just a desk, a corner somewhere. She's been asking and asking, and there's no one's like taking the look around to find a place for her to settle so she can do work on campus instead of not always from home. I can't speak a lot, I don't know all that Tatiana does, but she works in developing the gardens, hands-on in the gardens, and trying to connect with teachers so that they can get students involved in the process of growing. And we want, you know, our goal is all aspects of the food process, you know, from farming to gathering, to eating, to cooking. What is that experience like while you're eating? To recycling. Anyway, the whole part of it. And some of our frustration today as we come here is that the meeting before last, I did put forward a very last minute agenda request, and I did make it on the agenda. And I do feel like it could have been put on the agenda, just to be completely forthright. And all we're asking that the application for Chef Ann would be submitted. It's one page online. We have our girl Tatiana sitting there right by the computer to say, hey, I'll walk you through it.
Takes 5 minutes and then a mock trial of it. Yeah.
I came in. Also, the idea that we're not communicating and we're not showing up and we're not trying to help or do it for you is not true. So what have we missed out on? We missed out on Chef Ann coming on campus, training our cafeteria staff, and also implementing this idea that we're really sold on, which is to have your recipes and repeat them. Repeat exposure to healthy foods is how children learn and grow, and they're gaining an appetite for healthy foods. If you have that repeat menu schedule, we can grow the products and deliver it. Because we know you're going to have the salad or the salad bar. We know you're going to cook this stew, and we're going to be there and ready. The Chef Ann will come in and walk you through that. This is not the first, you know, this is what they do. They go to desperate places like us all across the country to help us out. So we missed that chance. And I tried to get on the agenda so that we could, you know, could you please flex your muscle and make this happen. And at that meeting before that, when we came with the doctors, I know KTJUSD was ready to make a motion on our behalf, but we had not submitted it. So we then did submit motions to be on this meeting, at this meeting, and they're not on your agenda. So that is the root of some of our frustration. We are asking for you to join us in our vision. Leadership is vision. All right, see that there's this beautiful future. The road is hard. Sometimes it has to get harder to get easier. That's the truth of it. And so this might be a little bit harder. But you know, we've been at this for 2 years. So we're very committed to following it all the way through. So I hope you guys buy into our vision and support us in our, as we move on, and we'll put our motions forward at the next next meeting. Thank you for your time, guys. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you. What is, can I ask, what is the motion that you wanted to put?
There was a few motions that we wanted to put, but the Chef and Healthy School Food Pathway Program, the deadline is January 28th, and then the program will start, I believe, March 20th. So there is still time to apply for this program. The other thing we wanted is to just kind of get an understanding of, you know, where the grant is from the school side, and like how much we spent, how much we have left to spend. As well as right now, if you look at the district website, the last menu is from September, so we don't really have an idea of, you know, what produce they're gonna buy, if there's been any changes to the menu items. So those are our main requests.
So for example, like when I wanna purchase food for the school, I'll need to know like how many students and what is on the menu, so I know, okay, we can provide the lettuce, we can provide the squash, we can provide the cheese. We can, if without knowing that in advance and the amount of students at the school sites, then I can't purchase the food for the school. Or help farmers crop plan, so like looking forward a year, what Amy's talking about are cycle menus, where cycle menus repeat, and we can crop plan with our farmers based on those cycle menus. That way the farmer knows that they will have a market for a specific item a year in advance. So just little things like that are not actually that big of a deal, would really enhance our school's nutrition programs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Martha, you have a question? Did you have a question, Martha?
Well, no, I just have a statement to the board. I think one of the things that we all should recognize is that nutrition is like the #1 driver of the human body, you know?
I think we all know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I
then-
think we
yeah,
all know
do.
that. I think
And we
it's just
did
a
have
matter
that
of,
in place.
it's just a
So-
matter of getting the meeting together and discussing it. I think
Yeah.
is the issue, that's all. I mean, there's nothing that we don't want to see happen, obviously, you know, so. That's,
The Chef Ann,
If we want a meeting to discuss, I've sent emails about planning that exact meeting.
With no response.
With no response from the
Well,
board.
we
I've
don't
asked
need-
them to talk,
that's
I've
not-
talked to you,
yeah,
and I haven't heard back. So I will hear back. I want to be at that meeting, and I will be there. We will all be there.
I think if we were getting that communication, we wouldn't be here today.
Mm-hmm. And also with Becky, I talked to you guys once and you like barely heard from me because I was working directly with Becky. Yeah.
well, it's not we're saying we want to hear those conversations, but the conversations don't happen with the board, the conversations happen with the staff. So that's how, you know, we've got a process that we have to go through also. So we need to find out what, like I asked you about the procurement, we need to find out where that, you know, but that happens through our staff, not sitting here, you know, at the table. You know, it's. So we'll definitely go through that process. We definitely want to see the meeting. And we want to make sure, and we can direct our staff to make sure that it happens right away.
That's correct.
And that's not,
Nailed it down.
yeah, and that's what we've already done, so. And, you know, especially if we want to do, if there's still time for the Chef Ann and we want to do that, we need to get on that right away. We've had emergency after emergency seems like happening just lately. Go ahead, trustee Bray.
well, with that said, I appreciate that it sounds like they've been trying and trying and trying, and so they are coming to us, who the buck stops here, I think, it should at least. And so I appreciate it, and I'm really concerned about missing the application for the Chef Ann grant, because that was very beneficial before, and I'm sure it will be very beneficial after.
That's great. That's that.
It's also fun.
Okay, any other comments?
I think it's, I have a comment.
Yes, trustee.
I really was kind of tuned in when you started talking about the ability to try to look for additional funding or something like that, because I think the underlying current here is that
our cafeteria is like $600,000 over what we're taking in yearly. And that it's not something that we can sustain, so we can put our minds together to try to figure out ways to supplement that. Reducing the cost, providing nutritious foods, but also finding support and funding in places so that we can do this. I think that that's probably the only way where we're gonna be able to pull ourselves out of our cafeteria expenditures. So I appreciate you being here, and but I do hope that you'll kind of be thinking along those lines too, and about how we can try to find funding in order to be able to do this, you know, is what we're doing right now is not. And maybe this is the way to find, I need to supplement our cafeteria staff so we can still continue feeding everybody. And need food. I mean, out there.
And there is $95,000 in the farm to school
Yeah.
grant that has to be reported that it was spent on local produce.
And
It cannot
hopefully
be
that,
spent at.
hopefully that will reduce that overage. We don't know, I don't know how that works, but I'm glad to hear that that money is there.
And I need a better understanding about like lunch counts, but if the food's better, more kids are going to eat it. And that'll improve your lunch counts if that improves your income. There's a direct correlation between, you know, local healthier foods resulting in reduced waste and increased lunch counts. So
There's actually counts, I think, of how many take a tray. That's factored in too. They're saying, I don't like that, you ain't counted, right, and that being counted, so.
But I appreciate you being here to navigate this because I think the cafeteria is an issue.
It's an important
And
one.
we know that it's an issue.
I have a comment. So, Becky stood up and said, you know, our biggest barrier, struggle as an administrator, manager, director is manpower. If you don't have the manpower to run your kitchen, then, you know, it's really hard to focus on all these other things. And to speak for Tasha, you know, I remember Chef Ann and Miss Becky, and they came in and, you know, did trainings and whatnot with them, but that takes manpower, you know, you have to have a full kitchen staff to make all these things happen. And you know, and our food manager is always subbing other places. And like Miss Becky said, if we had a sub list that was dedicated to our cafeterias, then all of these things would be easier to set in place. Because if Chef Ann comes in one day to do their training, you know, we just lost our 2 people here. So there's no to this year like that. So what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? They're gonna come in and do this training and they're great people, but who are they gonna train? If Tasha can't, you know, keep staff, I mean, you know, this is a great program but our real problem is staff.
And what would shut down, what does that look like? Is it like monthly, like weekly, and what kind of services would they help on?
When they come into like rural places, big cities like Chicago or some, they already know what your problems, they know you have a staff problem. They know what the funding sources are, they know what the state is, they know what the grants are, they're not just about training your chefs, but really looking at your whole program, how to streamline it, how to make it more efficient.
Yeah, how to budget.
So when I come in, that's becoming.
Yeah, so it's pretty, it has, but it doesn't, they don't just show up at that, it's stages. You do the first thing, you know, because they're working their way in. That's it. Yeah.
So Tasha, she does do it. We get our menus up like ahead of time. But maybe, you know, maybe we haven't been shown how to put them on our website. And so, you know.
Cause I know she does do those, but it is not on our website, so that's something really easy, so maybe.
Yeah. And so, I mean, just, you know,
Hey, Rico.
It's the struggle of being a manager, you know, is it? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's not to be taken lightly. Right.
I don't think anyone's criticizing, we're realizing that overwhelmed. And every time we visit a school, it's just, there's a lot that our school staff does, and we're not here to criticize it, we wanna be. I'm coming from a place of wanting to support them and understand them better. And really just dig in and help as much as we can, and I think Shannon has that.
We need that. They do a full audit of your program and find weaknesses. And strengths. They're wonderful. They really are wonderful.
Yeah, I remember. They work with me. Better people just.
And supportive, but that's the thing, that the manager uses that support, even if it's just saying, hey, today I'm struggling with this, how would you help me approach it? They're just. That person needs that support.
Well, I love the idea of you coming into the school and actually subbing.
I haven't seen myself that. No, I really wanna help, I want.
Well, and I was talking about Ally, because she doesn't know. You do already, but.
But she's coming at from a different perspective.
Right, and she wants to come in.
Build a bridge
Yeah.
and help that, build relationships.
Yeah, that's. Who's your staff? Any other questions or comments? Okay, if that's it, then we will go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 7:37. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. One of the groupies we've ever had.